First and foremost, I'm going to start with the ending, which is a major spoiler, but I don't care. I can't wait to talk about it. Roger did not go through the stones. He's not in good shape, but he's not gone, so yay! Last scene of the hour though, by the way. They keep you in suspense the whole time. I wasn't going to do that to you. Back to the beginning, Brianna is making amends with Lizzie at River Run. Everything seems to be okay. She forgives her and says let's move on. Aunt Jocasta, though, has big plans for Bree. She's going to marry her off, so her baby's not a bastard. Jamie, Claire, and Ian are on the road looking for Roger. And there's still tension between Claire and Jamie. After all, they did have a major fight, and her friend Roger was beat up and sent into slavery. Plus, his first visit with his daughter does not end well. It's like a scene from the Real Housewives, so yeah, they gotta make up for that. Fergus and Marsley are having a hard time. They love each other, but Fergus can't find a job because of all the prejudice against him because of his hand, or lack thereof. Marsley has her own worries because Murtaugh is living with them. And of course, he's still in trouble with the law. No good. Marsley tells him that he has to take Fergus along with him. He doesn't want to because he doesn't want Fergus to get killed, and he's also worried about his disability. Back at River Run, Bree goes downstairs to a dinner party that's really just a sea of eligible men. But then walks in someone we know, Lord John Grey. Bree doesn't know who he is, but it becomes clear that he knows her, and he was sent by Jamie to check on her. He also sent a letter which Bree never opens. During the dinner, Bree decides she's had enough, says she's sick and goes to bed. But then during the night she can't sleep, as happens to pregnant ladies. She goes downstairs for a snack, and what does she hear? Someone getting it on. And who is it? Lord John Grey and one of her potential suitors. She's pretty surprised since she thinks he's there to, get it on with her. Bree really doesn't want to get married, but Aunt Jocasta just tells her straight. If she doesn't get married, the child is going to be a bastard, and life is going to be very hard for that child. Totally different times. Bree seems to accept this truth, but before she'll just go with the guy that Aunt Jocasta's kind of picked out, she calls Lord John Grey to come out and meet her. And then she proposes marriage to him, which he declines, because obviously he's in love with her dad. When Lord Grey declines Bree's offer, she threatens to expose his lifestyle secret to everyone, even knowing that it would bring him to harm. I'm going to go ahead and give a strong opinion. Bree is often the worst character. Still, Lord Grey loves her because he loves Jamie and he loves Claire and Willie. He does tell her about his son, but fails to mention that the son is actually Jamie's son. He's just an adopted dad. And everything becomes even weirder when Bree goes inside to accept the offer from the guy she doesn't like, and in walks Lord Grey, and he announces that they're engaged before the other guy can ask. So now she's engaged to her brother's adopted dad, who's also in love with her dad. Jamie, Claire, and Ian find Roger's dead friend, but since Ian had met him, can tell it's not Roger, but the three spread out to see if they can find Roger's remains. Of course they don't, and Jamie and Claire make up. Claire reminds him that he says things in anger he doesn't mean, and that that's what Brianna does too, so they can make up. It's gonna be okay. And the two get it on in the tent. Murtaugh and Fergus finally find Stephen Bonnet, and yeah, Murtaugh puts him down. When they come down, the cops are there. Murtaugh wants to save Fergus from trouble, so he punches him, puts his hands up, and he's going to jail too because of course he has a wanted poster. But the other good news is Stephen Bonnet is captured. I already told you about the happy sad ending that Roger is actually still in America, but bad news, he was recaptured and he's getting beat up, which is very annoying because his face looked healed.